This 2020-21 Vendée Globe Round the World Race Report is brought to you by Pantania's Professional Race Cover, your tailor-made racing yacht insurance.
Well, hello everybody. It's Alex here on Hugo Boss. We're well across the equator and heading north into winter, although it certainly doesn't feel like winter just yet. And yeah, a bit of an update on our delivery back. Every time we're at sea, we're always trying to learn something. And this trip, we've got Antoine here from VPLP, and it's a fascinating time for us now with the way that the tools for learning and designing boats are changing. And so what we're trying to do at the moment is trying to take some real live data off the boat and use that data to improve the simulator, which is one of the main tools that's used to design the boat. Now, it's a difficult process. You know, when the boat's fully in the water, then we can talk about hydrodynamics, and then when the boat's fully in the air, fully foiling, we can talk about hydro and aerodynamics. But where the two kind of meet, where we bounce up and down a little bit with a part of the boat out of the water, it's very complicated, and the performance is very affected by waves and things like this. So we're sending the live data back, and then we're getting feedback from that, how that looks in a simulator, and continuing that loop with the hope, obviously, to improve and make the tools as accurate as possible. Now, obviously, while we're sat here on the boat, one of the things we're doing is looking at the Vendée Globe very closely, aren't we, Antoine?
Yes.
It's fascinating and extremely exciting. If you could see my screen up here, there's hundreds of routings to try and predict what's going to happen, and it's changing a little bit over the last couple of days. And it probably still could change now. The weather is still changing a little bit. Certainly the timing of it, which is probably going to be the critical factor here. And if I had to predict today, which lots of people are asking me what's going to happen, I would say that probably Charlie Darling is going to cross the line first. At the moment, he's looking like to cross the line first. And probably crossing the line in second place will be Louis Burton. He's had an absolutely tremendous race, I have to say. And then very shortly, you know, within an hour or so, we're going to see Boris Herrmann finish, I guess, I'm predicting, I think. And then not too far behind him will be Yannick on Matricock. And they're going to take probably very different routes now. We could see Matricock's probably going to go to the north, perhaps with Thomas. And we're probably going to see Boris and Charlie, who are further to the east, probably going to go quite close to Finisterre. Maybe Boris will split the middle, I don't know, but it looks like Charlie might be going quite close to Finisterre and going in. So we're going to see different routes probably. And the result, well, my prediction is that one of either Boris or Yannick will win when the redress is counted. Now, the redress is time given back for when both Yannick and Boris were involved in the rescue of Kevin on PRB. Now, that was obviously a long time ago. The jury then work out what they've lost, and they give it back. So Boris has been given 6 hours, and I believe Yannick has been given 10 hours. And I've been running the routings, like I say, over days and days and days now, and I was seeing Yannick mainly pipping Boris at the post, you know, in terms of the overall result, including redress. But occasionally we're seeing Boris come in, and the latest route I just ran, you know, we're talking minutes. We're talking less than 20 minutes difference. So it is. I'm beside myself with excitement. I am rooting for Boris to win because, you know, I've spent the last 20 years trying to. Sorry, Antoine, but I've been 20 years of my life trying to be an international winner of the Vendée. So it would be marvelous, fantastic if Boris could win. But yeah, what a great finish to the race, and I hope you are all as excited as we are. Cheers.
foil is out. Big gennaker on its jockey pole. J3 as a staysail. And we are flying. Nice. A little bit of stacking going on here. To weather and a little bit forward so the boat is not so much on its ass. Fog, not bad. I like this. Bow. You see the Sargasso seaweed there, still stuck there. Well, somewhere out here, this line is Cape Finisterre. No, actually there. So we are heading now. Can't see anything, fog, but even if there was no fog I wouldn't see Cape Finisterre either. We're heading a bit south of Cape Finisterre, maybe San Cencio. I think there's a nice bay, I've never been there, but some good sailors come from there. And yeah, northwest of Spain is a great area. I would like to explore that with the cruising boat one more time. I have been once on a really beautiful island of Faro. And La Coruña is really nice too. Yeah, that's for another time. This time we may pass probably 50 miles or 100 miles offshore, depending on the shifts. And in 1 day and 1.5 days, let's say, roughly early AM 28th, we should be there. See if this breeze sticks a bit with us. It's just filling in since 20 minutes, and I think it's with the sun, you know, when the sun manages to push through a little bit, then helps the upper wind to come down, to mix in a little bit maybe. Upper air. Okay. Very wet outside from the fog, but not that cold. 14 degrees. It will get colder certainly to the fish. But later, fog, still fog, everywhere fog. It's so wet. And I'm just coming out here to be visible in light because inside it's already dark. And the days are so incredibly short. I mean, that has been amazing in the south. I have been around fog all day today. It has never been more light than this, really. We are on the other dive, as you can see. Still the biggest sails out. Some stacking here now. The final miles. I'm a bit excited, to be honest. Well. it's so strange now. We're committed to this side to go here, and the other guys go there in the north, and so hard to predict. It's so strange. You sit here. I mean, I can sail as good as I can, but I cannot do anything else to control them. It's not like you can like force physically here to make the boat go faster or anything. You can just pick a smart moment to jibe or sheet your sail a little bit more, be a little bit more efficient or better. That's it. So the dice are thrown on the table. The cards are laid out since a while actually. And now here we go. Tomorrow evening we're gonna know. It's the most exciting moment I can ever imagine. It's more exciting than I would wish or need. I'm not sure if I've ever been so excited. Like a child on Christmas. You know, it has also something like menaçant, something threatening. I mean, you don't want to be miles behind either. Still expecting like 5th place is realistic option. Looking good. Everything else, the probability I can't say. I would say it's relatively low. So, all my friends at home, don't be too excited. And I don't want anyone here tomorrow, after tomorrow, blah blah blah, and why didn't you win and stuff like that. I don't want to hear that. Very happy with where we are, what we have. Giving our best, but there's not more than that, not more than we can do. And some friends are already in Lisano Delon, my wife, and the night looks tricky. Cap Finisterre, Cape effect, accelerating wind, probably 30 knots, changing to the small Janico, taking a reef, jibing many times. So I get some sleep now. Cheers.
Looks like tonight the first boat will cross the finish line in the Vendée Globe race. Closely followed by the second and maybe the third, but we might not know who the winner is until those top few boats have finished coming in and all of the time penalties have been played out. It's really, really tense at the front there, and you know, my best wishes to everyone at the front of the fleet. They've sailed an astounding race, and who knows how it's going to pan out. I just thought I'd share with you what that means to me, because I'm still in the South Atlantic. I haven't crossed the equator yet. It's another couple of weeks for me before I finish the race. And so I guess it's just really, how am I going to stay motivated? How do I feel about still racing when those first few boats have got in? And there is, you know, quite a big split in the pack now. And I think always this race has been so much more than just about racing against other competitors. And when I came into it, I really didn't know what my expectations were going to be of where I would be in the fleet, and how fast I could push the boat, and how well I'd fare in the South Atlantic. So all of this has been such a huge learning experience for me, and it's been an absolute surprise and a pleasure to end up where I have. And we do still have competition. Okay, I'm not particularly well matched with the boats that I'm with now, because they're all foiling, other than Didac, who's just over 150 miles behind me. But we're still racing, and I've still got those boats around me, and that motivation to just try that little bit harder, to just push the boat that bit harder. But one of the things about solo racing as a sport is that it requires you to have this huge inner motivation anyway, because you are alone on the boat, because there is nobody else that is pushing you to go that bit further, to try that bit harder, but there's also no one holding you to account. so much of how we race and how we push and the decisions we make, they have to be internal. There has to be an internal drive to want to do better. And I think the thing that drives me, the thing that motivates me, regardless of the competition around me, is to still, in these final 2 weeks, get the best result I possibly can with this boat. Be the best sailor I can possibly be the best athlete I can possibly be. I've got different challenges facing me now than I did at the start, but then I have so much more knowledge. And I want to get the boat home safely, in good condition and fast. So from me to everyone who is going to finish in the next 24, 48 hours, I just want to give you all a huge congratulations on such an intensely fought race. It is a real privilege to have been part of the same edition as all of you guys, and we're still fighting away at the back, so there's so much more to come.
See our Vendée Globe reports on youtube.com World on Water, or our website, boatson.tv.
You're taking your racing to the next level. Make sure your insurance is up to the challenge. Pantanius Professional Race Cover.
This 2020-21 Vendée Globe Round the World Race Report was brought to you by Pantanius Professional Race Cover, your tailor-made racing yacht insurance.